Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we make sense of the confusing world of business filings. And today we're diving into a report that shows a company busy tidying up its internal rulebook and committee structures. Get ready because we're about to decode the latest filing from Sharps Technology Incorporated. And it looks like they've been doing some serious house cleaning, but does it mean anything for the bottom line? Stick around to find out. Also, before we jump in, if you are digging these straightforward business breakdowns, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to connect with other sharp minds and discuss these filings in real time, join our Discord community. The link is in the description below. So let's get straight into it. On the 15th of January 2026, Sharps Technology Incorporated, or STSS as you might see them traded, made a few key updates. Think of it like a company refreshing its own internal rulebook and setting up a few important teams. First up, they adopted what are called amended and restated bylaws. Now, that sounds fancy, but basically these are the company's internal operating procedures, sort of like the company's constitution. They made some updates to make sure that when shareholders want to make decisions, it happens at proper meetings. They also put in place rules for giving advance notice if someone wants to propose something or nominate a new director. And importantly, they've established a specific rule that certain legal actions must be handled within Nevada, which is where they are incorporated. These changes are meant to bring more order and clarity to how the company is run from within. Next, they also updated their Code of Business Conduct and Ethics. This is the rulebook that guides how all their officers, directors, and employees should behave. The reason for this update seems to be about making sure their ethics policies are up to date with current best practices in corporate governance and compliance. They also aim to simplify things by removing any overlap between different policies and making sure similar topics were grouped together. This is about ensuring everyone at Sharps Technology knows the expected standards of behavior and that those standards are current. Beyond the general rules, they also established charters for their key board committees. Think of these charters as the specific job descriptions and powers for these important groups. They approved a charter for the Audit Committee. This committee is crucial because it oversees the company's financial reporting and internal controls. It is like the watchdog for the company's money matters, making sure everything is accurate and above board. Then there is the Compensation Committee Charter. This committee is responsible for deciding how the top executives and directors are paid. Getting this right is important for making sure that the leadership is motivated and that their pay is aligned with the company's performance and shareholder interests. And finally, they approved a charter for the Nominating Committee. This committee is tasked with finding and recommending candidates to serve on the company's board of directors. Having a strong and qualified board is essential for good corporate governance and strategic direction. Now, it is important to mention that none of these filings included any financial tables in this particular report. This means there were no new numbers on revenue, profit, or loss being shared on this date. The focus here was purely on internal governance and operational structures. This filing is more about the plumbing and wiring of the company rather than its performance in the market. So, what is the story here? Sharps Technology Incorporated is clearly focusing on strengthening its internal foundation. They are updating their bylaws and ethics code to ensure clear procedures and responsible conduct. Furthermore, they are formalizing the roles and responsibilities of their keyboard committees, which is a positive sign for good corporate governance. However, without any financial data in this specific report, it is hard to get a read on their business performance. These are crucial steps for any company, especially a publicly traded one, but they don't tell us if the company is growing, shrinking, or staying put financially. It is like making sure your house has a solid foundation and good locks, but we don't know if the family inside is prospering or struggling. Looking at the bigger picture, establishing clear governance structures like these can be a long-term positive. It can lead to better decision-making and investor confidence. But the real test will be in how these updated rules translate into actual business results and financial health. For now, Sharps Technology is laying down some important groundwork. Alright, that is our breakdown of Sharps Technology's latest filing. What is your take on these internal updates and what they might mean for the company's future trajectory? Does tidying up the rulebook inspire confidence, or are you waiting for the financial numbers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out. And subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more straightforward insights into the corporate world. And remember, keep those questions coming in our Discord community, linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.